Hey, it's Joe Stowell here, and this is Daily Strength, and it's my prayer that what we do in these few moments together will indeed bring great strength to your journey today. I have to admit it, I'm a raving fan of change. I'm delighted that I can Google information, watch high-definition TV, take pictures digitally, and send and receive emails. And though I hate to date myself, one of my all-time favorite inventions is the dishwasher. Early in our marriage, our dishwasher was me. And believe me, getting a dishwasher that we could keep under the counter was a big-time welcome change. And add to my list, the TV remote. But being an unrepentant cheerleader for change, I have to tell you that there are some changes that challenge my comfort zone. I find myself troubled by the changes in the moral foundations of our nation. Changes in attitudes toward Jesus and his claims bother me. Changes in perspectives on marriage, sexuality, and modesty no doubt bother you as well. And it's not only what's happening out there. I feel unsettled about the fact that many Christians have seemingly lost their zeal for pure and holy lives. And while I feel that it's right to be bothered by these changes, being against them always makes me feel just a little out of step. I feel like people write me off as being way too retro, leaning slightly to the right of Attila the Hun. Let's face it, holding our ground against popular cultural change can be very intimidating. So what should we do when so many things that we cherish seem headed for the dumper? Well, in Psalm 11, David asks the same question when he says, "When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do?" He goes on to resolve our dilemma by affirming three important things about God. First, he reminds us the Lord is in his holy temple. God's continuing presence in his holy temple assures us that his moral standards are not based on opinion polls, current trends, or popular perspectives. His holiness is unthreatened by an unholy world, and in the end, it is his holiness that will be the standard against which every thought and popular opinion will be judged. Secondly, David remembers that the Lord is on his heavenly throne. As kids would say today, God rules. Changing things here does not change his reign as our eternal king, nor does it threaten to dethrone him for a trendier God. His righteous authority will be in place long after our world's fleeting perspectives have gone up in smoke. And lastly, our text reminds us that he observes the sons of men. His eyes examine them, David says. Knowing that a holy king is very much aware of all that is going on is either a real scary thought or a confidence-building reality. It's a scary thought if I have been in any way a part of this rebellion against God's righteous ways. But as I live to affirm his ways, it builds my confidence to know that as I stand with him, regardless of the pressure, he is watching over me. So, as intimidating as it might be, to stand against the change in a classroom or at the water cooler or in a casual chat with a friend, the intimidation begins to lose its grip when we see these changes in the light of our changeless God. As a friend of mine says, to be successful in this world, you have to know what things must change, and at the same time, keep a tenacious grip on the things that should not change. Hey, that's great advice.